Hey everybody, it's PJ from Wisconsin Air Gunners, and we're going to try and answer a question for you today. That question is, why do I need a scope cam? You're wondering why you need a scope cam. First off, you don't. It's a cool accessory to have, and if you want to be able to show other people what you're seeing when you shoot, it's kind of necessary. How necessary, I guess, is up to you and what you want to do. But aside from showing what you're doing to anyone else, there are a couple of reasons to have a scope cam, and that's what we're going to attempt to show in this video. So if you look at what we've all tried out on the Wisconsin Air Gunners team, we've actually tried quite a few ways to film through our scopes. Starting at the very low end with a phone camera mount that was really not much more than frankly a lens cap with a little hole in it that you just mounted on the back of your scope and connected your smartphone to. We upgraded to the Air Gunners of Egypt 3D printed mount, and this is a great budget option. We liked working with them a lot to get ourselves one of these setups, and that's worth checking out. We went to the good folks over in the UK with Eagle Vision, and we've had a ton of success with their first generation GoPro mount, as well as upgrading to the second generation body. And then finally we were able to connect with the side shot folks and get a hold of a side shot mount for the GoPro. Last year at RMAC, one of our shooters actually won a side shot mount. It was the phone cam version of that. We've had some success with that, although depending on what phone you're working, there's nothing wrong with the mount. The mount's fantastic, but depending on which phone you're working with, it can be a little bit fiddly. Anyway, we may get around to a comparison video or maybe a couple of short segments showing some different things, but that's not the purpose of the video today. The purpose of the video today is to understand why, even if you don't have a YouTube channel, if you're not broadcasting your hunts to the rest of the world, why would you want to invest the time to set up and the money to buy a scope camera mount? So that's what we're going to do now. Hey everybody, it's PJ from Wisconsin Air Gunners. We're going to try and take a 100-yard shot on a bottle cap today. I've got a Leinenkugels bottle cap out at the 100-yard target, and we're going to take that shot with the FX Impact. This is a Mark 1 power tune by Ken Hicks at Southern Precision Air Weapons. It's got the M14 external plenum and a whole bunch of other good stuff. We got some Saber tactical goodies here too, and we're going to film it through the Eagle Vision Mark 2 scope cam mount. So let's line it up, see if we can take this shot. That was it. We got it. All right, I'm gonna head down range, pick it up, see what we can see down there. So we're down here at 100 yards, and you can see where she took a hit, but not enough to punch through. Which, I'm gonna have to do some calculations and see what that energy looks like. So this was my first indication that something wasn't right. Through the scope, it looked like I hit the bottle cap squarely. It popped right off, and I thought I was good. When I did the calculations, though, this should have been hitting at about 600 feet per second, still generating about 20 foot-pounds, which should easily pierce the bottle cap. The weather was good for shooting, so before I did any calculations, I decided to reshoot, this time at 50 yards. Okay, so I've got the bottle cap remounted at 50 yards, and actually I think it's 53 yards. Let's see if we can take it out. One shot. Don't want to forget to record it. We're going to mark that one as a hit and go take a look and see what we find. So that was a lot harder to find than the other one. There she is. Target was right there. Actually ricocheted and came in front of the target. So no problem punching through at that distance. As you can tell, I'm still clueless as to what happened with the original shot. And it's not until I go back and actually look at the scope cam footage before I realize what happens. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. So here's the shot in real time. That was it. We got it. I think a guy could be excused for being excited about having made that shot, especially on the first pellet. It's a pretty good shot. Or was it? The pellet flies straight to the target, and it appears to connect. All is good. What if we were able to zoom in a little bit? You can see that the pellet hit the crossbar just below the bottle cap. That's what gave it that crease. You can also see the pellet reflect up. If you replay that for yourself, I can only put the slow motion in so many times, you can actually watch that pellet fly up along the upright of the reticle. It's still not a bad shot, but it's not the great shot I thought it was initially. It's maybe a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch low. I guess I should be okay with that. Is my rifle capable of hitting a bottle cap at 100 yards off the bench? Sure. Did I do it on the first shot that time? I thought I did, but after further review, the play is reversed. I did not make that shot. 50 yards was absolutely no problem, but now I understand why that shot missed, and I can start working on the problem to correct it for the next time. What's the problem, you ask? Well, I'm going to show you, and if you don't like to see pest control, you should probably just stop this video now. This gray squirrel arrived on the backyard range at about 31 yards. And if you want to know whether a pellet is tracking straight, this is the best way to find out. Our #1 rule of pest control is that we want quick and humane dispatches of pest animals. And using ScopeCam to analyze our gun's performance is one of the tools that help us get there. So we hope this video has given you something to think about, if nothing else. If you found this information useful, I hope you'll hit that like button because it matters. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Hopefully we'll have the time to come back and maybe do a little bit more in-depth comparison between these various models. But as always, until the next time, shoot safe and shoot straight.